Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A give. This is Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Vontaze Burfict the one to get him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Mayfield looks to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's a give to Richard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. First down, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face masks.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season, and the Browns add on to their lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
This is Richard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
He gets it to Brown, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Mayfield on play action. He's got him in, complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr now on 1st down. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. On the ground, Richard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Get down, get down!
And they'll run it here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Down! Blue 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah,
just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And now he'll tuck it and run. Room to run past midfield. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain. Mayfield.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Baker Mayfield. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for the venerable one, Drew Brees. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, we've seen a solid performance out of the rookie Baker Mayfield. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach.